Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Brianna. So I am actually sitting here at the airport right now, waiting to board my flight, grabbing a quick of coffee. And while I was scrolling through my phone, I remember a really funny conversation I had the other day that perfectly explains the global seafood trade. Just the other day, a new buyer asked me, why do Western buyers completely freak out over a little black string in the back of the shrimp? And why are they so upset with having it removed? Well, let me explain you the owner's slightly grosser. That little black veil is not an actual veil. It's the shrimp's digestive tract. And basically, it's full of sand, grit, and shrimp poop. Now imagine this. You are sitting in a beautiful and high-end restaurant in London or New York, and you order a gorgeous, expensive garlic butter shrimp pasta, and you take a bite and suddenly crunch, and you bite into a sand. It completely ruins the texture of meat and the entire dining experience. And Western consumers are incredibly squeamish about this, and they want their food pristine, clean, and 100% ready to eat. And honestly, this massive cultural preference is exactly why our factory in Vietnam specializes so heavily in what we call convenience shrimp. Things like pinned and deveined, easy pure, and highly complex value-added products. But actually, it's not about the same though. But here is where it gets really interesting. If you look at it from a B2B perspective, from the eyes of a restaurant chain CEO or a major distributor, or a major distributor buying convenience shrimp, it isn't just about avoiding a gritty texture. Actually, a lot of people think CXOs buy peeled and breaded shrimp because their European chefs don't know how to prep a whole shrimp. That is completely false. They buy it because of a razor-sharp financial calculation. Let's break it down the money, shall we? First, let's talk about the labor costs. Think about it. If you run a restaurant in France, the UK, or Germany, and you are paying a kitchen staff member anywhere from 15 to 25 euros an hour, are you really going to pay a trained chef 25 euros an hour just to stand by a sink, chopping up the shrimp heads and pulling out a tiny black veils all morning? Of course not. That is a terrible waste of expensive labor. Instead, smart CXOs outsource that exact headache to our factory in Vietnam. We have the skilled workforce and the cost efficiency to pure and devein thousands of kilos perfectly. You pay us a fraction of what you would pay your local chef to do the exact same dirty work. And next, let's talk about the nightmare of waste management. If you import whole raw shrimp into Europe, your shops have to peel them. And now, you have huge bins of fishy heads and shells. And you know what happens next? In European countries, disposing of biological waste is incredibly strictly regulated and shocking expensive. You literally have to pay hefty fees just to throw that garbage away. So When you buy our convenience shrimp, you are not paying ocean freight to ship garbage across the world, and you are not paying local taxes to throw it into the trash. You buy 1 kilo from me, your chef cooks 1 kilo, and your customer is 1 kilo, zero waste, maximum profit.
The consistency of the supply chain is critical for this volume.
We can guarantee that quality across all shipments.
Excellent. Let's discuss the terms.
Moving to another huge factor, absolute consistency. If you are supplying a major fast food franchise, and let's say they have 50 locations across Europe, they need absolute perfection. If a customer orders a breaded torpedo shrimp in Berlin, it needs to be exactly 15 centimeters long, just like the one they had in Rome. If you leave that to human chefs in 50 different kitchens, you will get 50 different sizes of shrimp with 50 different thicknesses of breading. It will be a mess. But when you buy industrial value-added shrimp from our factory, we use precise grading machines and strictly controlled bunker breading formulas, every single shrimp looks like a clone. That consistency is what builds franchise empires. And finally, we cannot forget the retail side. The everyday consumer, let's be real. People are working 8 to 10 hours a day. When they come home, they are exhausted. The last thing that they want to do is stand in their nice, clean kitchen, wrestling with raw seafood and making their house smell like a fish market. When they walk down the supermarket aisle and see a bag of our easy pure shrimp or a tray of pre-fried tempura, they just grab it. They don't even care if the price per kilo is higher than the whole shrimp sitting next to it. They just want to throw it in the air fryer and eat dinner in 10 minutes. So, what is a big takeaway here? When I am sitting at the negotiation table with a global buyer, I never ever try to sell them cheap shrimp because I am not selling cheap shrimp. I am selling time. I am selling a clean kitchen. I am selling absolute product consistency. And most importantly, I am selling a massive reduction in your operational and labor costs. That is true business class. And guys, that is exactly why our family factory has invested so heavily in our value-added processing lines. We handle the hustler, we cut the bags, we prune the veins, we apply the bunker, so your chefs and your consumers don't have to lift a finger. And if you are a CXO, a buyer, or a distributor looking to optimize your cash flow and streamline your kitchens, you need to be buying convenience, and you need to be buying it from a factory that knows what they are doing. So therefore, reach out to me directly. Let's get your kitchen running smarter, not harder. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.